Employability refers to the attributes of a person that make that person able to gain and maintain employment. Overview. Employability is related to work and the ability to be employed, such as the ability to gain initial employment. Hence the interest in ensuring that key competencies, careers advice and an understanding about the world of work are embedded in the education system. The ability to maintain employment and make transitions between jobs and roles within the same organization to meet new job requirements. The ability to obtain new employment if required, i.e., to be independent in the labor market by being willing and able to manage their own employment transitions between and within organizations. Van der Heide and Van der Heijden, 2005. The continuously fulfilling, acquiring or creating of work through the optimal use of efforts. Lee Harvey defines employability as the ability of a graduate to get a satisfying job, stating that job acquisition should not be prioritized over preparedness for employment to avoid pseudo-measure of individual employability. Lee argues that employability is not a set of skills but a range of experiences and attributes developed through higher-level learning. Thus employability is not a product, but a process of learning. Employability continues to develop because the graduate, once employed, does not stop learning, i.e., continuous learning. Thus employability by this definition is about learning, not least learning how to learn, and it is about empowering learners as critical reflective citizens. Harvey's 2001 definition is important for it emphasizes the employability of graduates, which is similar to our context. Hence, able to provide insight about how to measure graduates' employability and what are the differences between graduates and experienced individuals in the labor market. There are numerous terms for employability skills. They are often used interchangeably with terms such as soft skills, generic skills, 21st century skills, generic attributes, transferable skills, generic competencies and holistic competencies. Chan at the University of Hong Kong uses holistic competencies as an umbrella term inclusive of different types of generic skills, e.g. critical thinking, problem-solving skills, positive values, and attitudes, e.g. resilience, appreciation for others, which are essential for students' lifelong learning and whole-person development. Chan, Fong, Luck, and Ho. 2017. Chan and Jung. 2019. In order to understand how holistic competencies should be developed based on student perception. The Holistic Competency Development Framework, HCDF, was developed. Chan and Jung. 2019. The HCDF consists of 5 key components that are fundamental to holistic competency development. 1. Student characteristics. 2. Rationale for learning. 3. Students' actual learning experience and perceptions and interpretations based on that experience. 4. Students' approaches to developing holistic competency. And 5. Students' development of holistic competency as outcomes. The HCDF is an adaptation of Biggs' 3P student approach to learn model. 1987. Chan realized that traditional learning processes such as the 3P model do not apply to soft skills development because students who are deep learners in the academic context do not necessarily become deep learners in soft skills education. Thus, the words deep and surface with respect to academic knowledge are unsuitable in the soft skills context. Accordingly, a new term was coined, approach to develop, for conceptualizing student engagement in experiential learning leading to the development of holistic competencies. Unlike academic knowledge, holistic competencies must be developed by experience. As an illustration, leadership skills cannot be learnt by reading a book. The learner must have opportunities to observe and experience what leadership is. Hence, the word learn can be used to describe academic knowledge acquisition, whilst develop is preferable for describing holistic competency education. Validated instruments for assessing students' holistic competencies awareness have been developed. Chan, Zhao and Luck, 2017. Chan and Luck, 2020. Although the assessment literacy of competency for both teachers and students remains challenging. Chan and Luo, 2020. Berndsen, 2008. Argues that employability refers to an individual's perception of his or her possibilities of getting new, equal, or better employment. Berndsen's study differentiates employability into two main categories: actual employability, objective employability, and perceived employability, subjective employability. Research into employability is not a single cohesive bodywork. Employability is investigated in the fields of industrial and organizational psychology, career development, industrial sociology, and the sociology of education, among others. Several employability definitions have been developed based on, or including input from business and industry. In the United States, an employability skills framework was developed through a collaboration of employers, educators, human resources associations, and labor market associations. This framework states, employability skills are general skills that are necessary for success in the labor market at all employment levels and in all sectors. After conducting research with employers across Canada, the Conference Board of Canada released Employability Skills 2000+, which defines employability as the skills you need to enter, stay in, and progress in the world of work. Saunders and Zuzal, 2010, found that employers valued personal qualities such as dependability and enthusiasm over subject knowledge and ability to negotiate. In relation to freelance or ad hoc work, in the future fewer will be employed and more people work as freelancers or ad hoc on projects. Robin Chase, co-founder of Zipcar, argues that in the future more work will be done as freelancers or ad hoc works. Collaborative economy and other similar platforms are reinventing capitalism. For example, platforms like Freelancer.com, a new way of organizing demand and supply. Freelancer is also an example of how employability can be developed even for people who are not employed. Freelancers offers exposure of certification, and in the future similar platforms will also offer continuous upgrade of competencies for the people associated. In relation to university degree choice, the Complete University Guide website, based in London within the United Kingdom, lists the 10 most employable degree subjects, indicating the degree of employability with a percentage of graduates exiting university who subsequently obtain employment. The subject with the most employment is dentistry. The subjects with ordinately less employment, after the first most, are as follows: nursing, veterinary medicine, medicine, physiotherapy, medical technology, optometry, ophthalmology, orthoptics, occupational therapy, land and property management, oral and oral sciences. Graduate employability focused on the ways in which higher education equips graduates to meet the needs of the labor market. has become a central feature of universities' missions and branding, and is included in university league tables such as the QS World University Rankings. Universities have pursued a range of strategies to support their graduates' employability. And graduate employability researchers have considered a number of models based on various kinds of human capital, dispositions, and psycho-social influences. Experiential learning and its influences on employability. Experiential learning is the process whereby knowledge is created through the transformation of experience. Knowledge results from the combination of grasping and transforming experience. Kolb, 1984. p.41. But experience needs to be integrated into formal learning, intentionally and systematically, to enhance academic study. Wolf, 2018. p.85. Internships have been found to have a positive influence on employability skills development from both an employer and student perspective. Organizational issues. Employability creates organizational issues. Because future competency needs may require reorganization in many ways, the increasing automation and use of technology also makes it relevant to discuss not only change, but also transformation in tasks for people. The issues are relevant at government level, at corporate level and for individuals. Institutions for employability. In the past, government had institutions to handle unemployment and employment. In the future this will be extended to include employability. In many parts of the world, WeBox conducts National Employability Test, an online test that measures candidates' business communication, critical thinking skills, numeracy, coding skills for IT, learning agility and interpersonal skills. National Employability Test. The Institute for Employability. Singapore has created an Institute for Employability that works on competency upgrades to reduce risk of unemployment and increase the competitiveness of the nation and corporations and the employability of the individual. See also adult education, education, life skills, literacy, study skills, vocational training. References. Further reading. Books. Signing up for competitive advantage. How signature processes beat best practice. With Grattan. L. London. Advanced Institute of Management Research. 2006. A Bias for Action. How effective managers harness their willpower, achieve results and stop wasting time. With Brooke. H. Boston. M.A. Harvard Business School Press. 2004. London Reference Collections Shelfmark. YK.2007. A.10796. Transnational Management. Text. Cases. And Readings in Cross-Border Management. London. McGraw-Hill. 2000. Managing Across Borders. 2nd ed. London. Hutchinson Business. 1998. The Individualized Corporation. A Fundamentally New Approach to Management. With Bartlett. C. London. Heinemann. 1998. The Differentiated Network. With Bartlett. C. Los Angeles CA. Jossie Bass. 1997. An Integrative Theory of Firm Growth Implications for Corporate Organization and Management. With Hahn. M. and Moran. P. Fontainebleau. INSEAD. 1997. Management Competence, Firm Growth, and Economic Progress. With Hahn. M. and Moran. P. Fontainebleau. INSEAD. 1997. Brown. P. and Hesketh. A. 2004. The Mismanagement of Talent. Employability and Jobs in the Knowledge Economy. Oxford. Oxford University Press. Hillage. J. Pollard. E. 1998. Employability. Developing a Framework for Policy Analysis. Research Report. Volume. RR 85. Suffolk. Department for Education and Employment. ISBN 978-0-85522-889-7. OCLC 42311422. Hind. D. and Moss. S. 2011. Employability Skills. 2nd edition. Sunderland. Business Education Publishers. Schneider. K. and Otto. H.U. 2009. From Employability Towards Capability. Luxembourg. Journal Articles. Rocher. Hector O. Goschel. Sumantra. May 2006. Beyond Self-Interest Revisited. Journal of Management Studies. 43. 3. 585–619. DOI. 10.1111. J.1486.2006.006003. X. S2CID 67847488. Goschel. Sumantra. March 2005. Bad Management Theories Are Destroying Good Management Practices. Academy of Management Learning and Education. 4. 1. 75–91. DOI. 10.5465. AMLE.2005.16132558. Professional Manager. May 2000. pp. 20–23. Leadership by Goschel. Interview with Sumantra Goschel. Goschel. Sumantra. Bartlett. Christopher A. Moran. Peter. The 22nd of March 1999. A New Manifesto for Management. Sloan Management Review. 40. 3. 9–20. Gale A. 54,636,296. ProQuest 224,967,776. Goschel. Sumantra. Bartlett. Christopher A. January 1995. Changing the Role of Top Management. Beyond Structure to Processes. Harvard Business Review. 73. 1. 86–96. Bartlett. Christopher A. Goschel. Sumantra. May 1995. Changing the Role of Top Management. Beyond Systems to People. Harvard Business Review. 73. 3. 132–142. Bartlett. Christopher A. Goschel. Sumantra. November 1994. Beyond Strategy to Purpose. Harvard Business Review. 72. 6. 79–88. Bartlett. Christopher A. Goschel. Sumantra. July 1990. Matrix Management. Not a Structure. A Frame of Mind. Harvard Business Review. 68. 4. 138–145. PMID 10,106,795. Employability Skills Framework. Perkins Collaborative Resource Network. Retrieved 31 October 2014. Employability Skills 2000+. Conference Board of Canada. Retrieved 31 October 2014. Saunders. Venetia. Zuzel. Catherine. June 2010. Evaluating Employability Skills. Employer and Student Perceptions. Bioscience Education. 15. 1. 1–15. DOI 10.3108, Beach.15.2. S2CID 178794319. Tempone. Irene. Kavanagh. Marie. Siegel. Naomi. Hancock. Phil. Howison. Brian. Kent. Jenny. 13 July 2012. Desirable generic attributes for accounting graduates into the 21st century. The Views of Employers. Accounting Research Journal. 25. 1. 41–55. DOI 10. 1108 10,309,611,211,244,519.